spades. So, very, very entertaining. And of course, us being the way we are, I mean, as Māori and probably as New Zealanders too, they don't come to the outside and do that, Kako, we'll smash you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure you would have been inviting them to Paeroa as well there, Rino?
Oh, mate, if they bumped into Hone Harawira, he would have sent the boys around and given them an effing smash. It would have been the same thing. But, yeah, like you guys wrapped it up, it was entertaining for those few weeks, and, hey, something had to replace Shortland Street here in Aotearoa, so yeah, they did it for a little while, and done and dusted. Hey, there's mostly more of them around. They just haven't been picked up.
True indeed.
I think they tried to trade in their vehicle or some limit thing.
Yeah, I heard. Yes.
Yeah, and then they told to get the hell out of here, and like many other places. But I know their Burger King down by the base there, Te Rapa. And all that type of place. Yeah, and all that. I'm going, oh, well, yeah, you're right. They just try to have a feed and cause some rough one and want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Look at that fella, eh? Look at that fella. Looks like a bloody slob, man. Wouldn't even know what the word work was. He wouldn't ever know. He looks like he lives on the benefit all his life.
Right.
Didn't even know what work is, eh? He just looks like it. It reminds me of a Heidi Ho.
Yes. Holiday. What was that thing here? Heidi Hi. Man. Anyway. Well, there's a number of interesting things still. What is actually happening over there in Aussie there at the moment, JT?
From a sporting perspective, it's a massive time down in Melbourne, particularly with the Australian Open. We're into week one. I see they're into the third or fourth round now. So it's been a bit annoying actually listening to the commentary over here in Australia because all they've been going on about is the Australians in the tournament. So thankfully, slowly but surely, they're all getting knocked out. So they can stop banging on about their own players, which I suppose is understandable to a degree, but just gets a bit more hard. It's also a continuation of late last year when we last spoke about the Australian cricket team. They've been getting steamrolled left, right and centre. They've had a test series against India, a 4-test series. They lost that one 2-1 with one rained out, and they were heading for defeat in that as well. So as I've always said on the show, how good is it when the Aussies lose their cricket? It's awesome. So, mate, other than that, I've got nothing.
No, okay.
On the footy.
What were you going to say, Rino?
I just got to talk about that cricket. I was watching that Indian game. There was a massive score just the other day that Aussie had set, and England just kept going and going. And one of their star players, who's right up there, if I remember rightly, I think he's just so many runs behind Sachin Tendulkar. But what he scored in that game, and to see the Indians come through, I think they had the last over to get it, and they got some good hits there and win. And I thought to myself, that's a team that's a real good team when you come against the Aussies, who was it 299, I think it was, and they got through to win. But that was a hell of a game to watch, especially the tail end of it. And the Aussies, on their home soil.
MS
Dhoni.
Yeah.
It's
just, holy hell, look at these Indian players, they're going for it. And the Aussies really, in years gone by, have been no easy beats at home, let alone anywhere. And man, they've been falling apart ever since that whole
escapade over in South Africa.
Scandal.
Yep. That's when they've fallen apart, and it's been awesome to watch, isn't it, JT? It's been awesome to watch, man.
Yeah, they've struggled here. On the faster pitches, and historically they haven't had the pace attack. They've heavily relied on their spinners, which of course is more conducive to the conditions in India. But they've also had some good batsmen this time around. They had a bloke called Pujara, who out of the 4 tests scored 3 big hundreds. One of them was almost a double hundred, got 193. Virat Kohli, one of the best test batsmen of all time in the current crop.
Yeah.
And a couple of good quick bowlers too. One with the name of Jasprit Bumrah, very unorthodox sort of stutters his way to the wicket, and then lets rip with 145, nearly 150k thunderbolt. So, and the old Aussies are blaming the fact that they're missing 2 of their better players. But if you take out two players, surely you've got depth. Australian cricket's traditionally had a lot of depth to it, but it's good to see that depth is running low.
Yes, I think it's awesome. I think it's so great watching them fall apart, and it's like.
And obviously, it's a cricket World Cup year this year too.
Yeah.
So I think New Zealand should certainly be in with a sniff if they can get their act together. And what they did the last World Cup, obviously, is playing away this year in England, but I just think it might be worth a sneaky $10 note on the All Black Caps.
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, well, and because at the moment they haven't been going too badly, have they, JT?
No, not at all. I mean, Sri Lanka certainly aren't what they used to be in terms of their stature in the world game, but yeah, if they can, mind you, they beat Pakistan as well over there.
Yes,
in the UAE. Yep. I just looked at their side. I thought they've got some, Tim Southey and Trent Bolt, a couple of good opening bowlers. They've got some good batsmen there, Kane Williamson, and a couple of good backups as well. So I just think if they can get their act together come tournament time in July, August, you just never know. There's half a chance.
Yes, indeed. The way that Australia has been going, though, they seem to be depleting more and more, and it's great to see. At least, hopefully, they won't be at the top in their tournament, eh?
Yeah, definitely. It's a crying shame that what's happening to Australia. I'm absolutely beside myself with tears. I need some Kleenex. Now, I hope their ship sinks, mate, right to the bottom of the best straight.
Now, also happening over in Aussie, I not that I've really been watching much of it, but I've been hearing that there's a bit of there's a little bit of I don't know if it's angst that have built up in the Australian team itself, or something along those lines. I think it's mostly between Warner and a lot of the other players. Am I hearing that right, or is that just idle gossip?
Yeah, I think you are hearing it right, because Warner has got a massive personality. He's all about himself. He's got a big ego, and he's been called the cancerous element of the side previous to getting busted for the cheating stuff. But everyone, I think it's common knowledge that he was the one who put young Cameron Bancroft up to it.
Yeah.
He's the one. Yeah, Bancroft and Steve Smith gave press conferences as soon as they got back to Australia. Yeah. And Warner just put on a big sideshow with his wife and 2 kids, and blah blah blah. Just made himself look like the idiot that he is, really. So, yeah, mate, absolutely no sympathy for him. I hope Steve Smith can get back into the side. He was certainly on top of his game at the time, and his only crime, I think, in the whole ball tampering saga was not being strong enough as a captain, as a man.
Say no.
Tell them not to do it.
Yeah,
that's right. Whereas Warner, I think, bullied his opening partner Bancroft. He was only in his infancy in terms of his Test career. Yeah, he bullied him into doing into playing with his balls.
Interesting way to put it too. Very interesting way to put it. But this is the thing. Smith, I can see back in. Maybe even Cameron Bancroft, but the way things are going, David Warner, even though it's what do you reckon about David Warner? Will he ever make it back into the Australian team?
I'll tell you what, it's, if you sort of read social media, I don't know if it's much of a barometer to go by, but even a lot of my friends, Aussie mates, they say, half of them say, yeah, chuck him in. Half of them say, he gets back in, they'll never support Australia until he's out again. Yeah. They've got to make a stance on this thing. And he's been, like I said, he's been called the cancer in the side, which is, spread and stuffed the whole culture. It cost the coach his job as well, and a couple of James Sutherland, who was the CEO of cricket for years. So I just, personally, I don't like the guy. I can't stand him. I think he's an idiot. And his missus isn't sort of too far down below him in terms of her
character.
Her character, the public opinion towards her. Someone, they both recently announced that she's pregnant, and all the jokes come out. Does Sonny Bill Williams know? And all this stuff. Because she has a bit of a reputation of being a bit of a soundbite previous to being married to this idiot. But interesting.
It is interesting. It's intriguing, nonetheless. That's what I think, anyway. Hey, we're going to go.
Well, it's annoying that it's become intriguing because I just give the guy no time at all.
Yeah, but that's true.
Sorry, mate. Throw to the break.
That's true. We'll be back with more Full Time right after this. Turanga FM. On behalf of the full-timers, I would just like to say big thanks to Joachim Currid, who brings us our music intro. Check him out on joachimcurrid.com. He's also on YouTube, Twitter, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Instagram, and follow him on Facebook. Another big thanks goes out to Silent Partner, who brings us our outro. Check out their music on YouTube. And also thanks must go to the Polish Ambassador for the backing music for this promo. Check out the Polish Ambassador on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Beatport, Instagram, Twitter, and on his website, thepolishambassador.com.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Tūrangi FM, #1 iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Tūrangi FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. You can listen in live on our Tūrangi FM media page. Just click the main Tūrangi FM logo to tune in online. Or if you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Also check out the Full-Time Facebook page where you can listen to the podcast again. Make comments and click links that will lead you to other ways to listen to the podcast, such as Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, Podchaser and Tumblr. Right, let's get back to the Fools on Full-Time.
Welcome back to our second session here on Full-Time. Want to send a shout out once again going out to our sponsors, Racecraft Motors. Of course, they're down there on Grey Street. Also want to send a big happy birthday. Well, it's a belated happy birthday though to a friend of mine, Linda Tehuya, who, well, I can't remember how old she is. Oh, she was yesterday, but yeah, big happy birthday to her. Anyway, over in Australia, what else is happening over there, JT?
Well, we just spoke off air, Keithy, about next weekend. It's Australia Day, next Saturday, January the 26th. It's always quite a contentious time over here between different factions, mainly the Anglo-Saxon Australians, and they sort of think, you know, it's Australia Day, it's our day to celebrate the great nation that we built, blah, 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 let's carry on. Whereas the first Australians, the indigenous folks, sort of, a lot of them deem it as Invasion Day, you know, the arrival of the white man and the disruptors to their existence. So, mate, it's quite a polarising time of year. Even there's another group which say it's on the wrong date because the Federation of Australia wasn't declared on January the 26th. It was declared on the 1st of some other date. I can't remember off the top of my head. But, so yeah, quite an interesting time, and a lot of the young fellas walk around with their scrawny chest and their pimpled faces with cotton made in China Australian flags tied around their necks like superheroes. They look like super idiots. You know, there's a lot of that. It's got to be the worst chant in sporting or any history, actually. The Aussie, yes. Oi thing. I can't think of another one more brain dead than that one. But you know, it is what it is, and you know, I'm sort of neither here nor there. It's just another day to me. I'm a visitor to the country like probably 80% of the population.
Yeah,
so,
true.
You know, take it for what it is. It's a day off for some people, but yeah, like I said, mate, quite polarising. A lot of protests and a lot of that sort of stuff. And it can be quite daunting to go to different parts of Australia with the mob that are, you know, full of liquor and they've got their flags tied around their necks.
Right.
They're chanting. By then they've probably forgotten the words to their chant, but they still give it a crack. And yeah, mate, interesting times. I'll try and take some notes out for this year, and I'll give a bit of a spiel about it on the show quickly after. Sorry.
Yeah, great idea. It kind of reminds me of Waitangi Day here. I remember when, certainly back in the 70s into the 80s, where Waitangi Day was more about protests. Rino was more. That was you know, where it's turned into something very different, into almost like a peace-loving, you know, concert type of thing in some places. What do you reckon, Rino?
Yeah, you totally nailed it on the head there, Keithy. From decades gone by of a simple little protest, get a bit boisterous as such, you know, and
sometimes,
talk
yeah.
our rights about the history, the treaty as such, yeah. and now kind of people are turning around into a marketing commodity where they are putting up little festival shows, stores,